Julia and Barbie, they seem like they're kind of like, hot, unbothered all over again, but at the same time, they're not on the same place as far as how do things should go. Are they going to like drift away at this point, or are they going to figure out a way to solve some of their problems and work together again?
Baby, can we work it out?
No.
It's over. Are you breaking up now?
That's it. Breaking here first.
He's done with me.
That's right. I think their relationship, just like a relationship in life, there's ebbs and flows, and the turmoil is interesting, and differences are interesting. So we're introducing some of that, but I think at the heart of these two is clearly they share the same. Beyond it all, they share the same end goal and the same desires for this town and for the people of this town. So there'll always be ebbs and flows, but is it anything permanent? I think people probably know that that's not the case.
Is Barbie suspicious of Sam?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't like the guy one bit. First of all,
You seem so friendly.
yeah. First of all, the man's trying to eat out of my kitchen. But second of all, as we found out last week, and we'll continue to find out in ensuing episodes, he ain't a squeaky clean guy, and he's caused some trouble, and all of those things are about to come out.
Well, the audience certainly thinks that Sam killed Angie, but
Yeah.
do you think that Barbie does also?
Well, right where Barbie's at right now is he's got two suspects is where we left off. We found out last week that it was either Lyle or Sam, so it was one of those two guys, and Barbie may not be 100% sure yet, but he's got an idea. She's been running around with this guy, and that's when he comes to her house in the last episode to try and warn her of. Regardless of whether you wanna talk to me again, that's fine, but just look out for this guy. And I think last week's episode ended really great with her innocently going to make some tea, and we reveal a little something on old Sam Boy that tips the hand that she may be in some trouble.
Well, we've seen from the trailer previews that they've showed us that they're going to, of course, go into like this big cavern, and he's going to be hanging by a rope, and he cuts the rope, and she screams, and he falls. Are they going to come out of that situation okay, or is that just going to be a bad situation?
I mean, it definitely changes things. It definitely changes the dynamic of the relationship. The outcome changes things for everybody in the show.
I'm not looking for another job.
But I think that it's interesting. It's like it does a lot to the relationship, but it also, that event also opens up our mythology a whole lot. So what comes after that serves the greater story of the show just as much as it changes character dynamics and creates emotional ripples. So yeah, it's a really big event. And the repercussions of that moment do reverberate throughout the season.
Well, there's a confession in there as well. It's a beautiful confession, but so we're going to see some developments from that. From Barbie's character's confession to Julia.
About what?
He started.
Oh! Is that the first time our characters have said I love you?
I think it is.
I feel like we play that so much that it didn't occur to me that was the first time. I just knew he loved me. I didn't.
Yeah, I think it's.
I learned first I love you.
Yeah, because then we're yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you make up we have all these like we have all these like backstories for ourselves. Like there's so much that happens to our characters that's not on screen, and in order to tell the story, we have to evolve with in real time. And so I feel like that was something that I just sort of assumed they'd already had that moment in my, and I didn't realize it was.
And we shoot a lot of things out of order. So.
We do shoot out of order.
So the next scene then is I hate you, huh?
That's right.
Yeah. And then they can insert it into it. I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you.
Well, speaking of your characters evolving, is there anything that you developed with your role that wasn't scripted before?
There's always a little bit of stuff that's not scripted. Like we try to, as actors, we play a lot. So I think that it's more, the stuff that's not scripted is not necessarily, that makes it in the show, is not the stuff that's, it's not like actual dialogue improv, although there is a little bit of that I think it's more like we try to infuse and charge. So no matter what we're talking about, even if it's an expository, even if we're talking about the science stuff about the dome, we try to infuse the underlying thing with how we feel about each other in the relationships. Do you feel like that's?
Yeah, absolutely. And they key in on certain things that we do, and they like it, and they'll keep it going. It's an interesting thing. I mean, anyone can read the book and see. I mean, the ultimate answer of this thing we can't change. You know what I mean? So within staying true to that ultimate answer, how we get there is our interpretation. And as Stephen King has said, is if you can continue his work beyond the book and stretch that out in a medium that he couldn't do in the book, that's what we're doing right now. As far as what we know in advance, I mean, we only ever know maybe 3 episodes in advance, and even then only broad strokes. A lot of the things that are pitched to us early in the season end up changing as the season goes on, so you kind of just have to take it as it comes. In a way, we're taking a ride that the audience is taking as we're filming it, because we don't know what's coming next, which is fun and frustrating all at the same time.